Okay, everybody, welcome back to the DGS 2605 channel. We're back with our MLB Power Pros 2008 repeat season mode with your undefeated world champion, Toronto Blue Jays. So, last time out, John Danks took care of business, 4 runs allowed in 6 innings of work. Jays got the win over the Yankees again, so third game of this 4-game series against New York. And who else is on the mound? I don't know who the hell Hendrickson is. Doc. It's Roy Halladay, his first game of the season. Got the complete game, 4 earned runs, but I think like the Jays just proved in real life, they just had their season opener. We're not going for stats and all that. We're going for the record, going for wins, right? So Roy Halladay's going to be on the mound. His first home game of the season. We're going against Bach on the Yankees, so we've been handling this lineup pretty well. We've been handling their pitchers extraordinarily well, so let's get into the game here. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Nationals blew out the Phillies 9-1. And I think the Jays would really prefer a pitcher like Prime Gagne that we have on our team. Well, he's not as prime, but you get where I'm going with this. Than Hoffman last night because, Alright, here we go, Doc. Let's see what we got. On Pierre Speedster, of course. First pitch of the game. Hit right back to Halladay. Bounces off him, over first. And even that kind of speed can't get past Doc. 1 away. Luis Castillo. Strike 1 on the fastball. Got him on curves. Swinging. 0-2. Fouled that one back. Luduca's going back for it. Will he have the room? Yes, he will. Excellent jump. 2 away. There's Johnny Peralta. Low fastball, 1-0. No win so far. Bit of a high sinker there. 1-1. Oh, goodness gracious. He read that pitch right. All right, 1-0. Holy moly, he crushed that. Alrighty, well there goes the shutout, but still plenty of ball left to be played. 1-0 Yankees. That's not the kind of start we were looking for. Here's Jim Edmonds now. Strike 1 on a low fastball. 0-1. Gives that a good whack over left field. Scott is practically in the right spot. Gets it there. So, a run on a hit. Solo shot by Peralta. The Yankees are up 1-0. Heading to the bottom of the first now. Let's see what the Jays lineup can do. It's really up. Bach with a 1.50 ERA. That's impressive. Of course, the season is 6 games deep, so can't really go. That's not enough of a long-term representation there. 2 quick pitches make it 0-2 on Rich Aurelia. Let that slider go. 1-2. Fastball in the other batter's box. 2-2. Hit that 2-seamer well. Hit it past the first baseline. Foul. Count remains even. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Curve in the dirt. First at-bat of the Jays today is a payoff pitch. Aurelia hits it a little too above. Bounced over to Roberts. Stepped on the bag. 1 away. Here's Durham. 3.75 average. 2 RBIs on the season. Changeup. Caught enough of the zone. 0-1. 2-seamer in the zone. 0-2. So Bach is not afraid to challenge these hitters right out the gate. Had Durham swinging on a way inside pitch there. Over to third base. Over to first. 2 away. There's Berkman. 500, 5-14. Why not 1 swing? And there's that 1 swing and inside pitch. So right away, pitching inside against Berkman. Curve in the dirt. 1-1. Low 2-seamer, 2-1. Hits that one well, hit it foul. Count is even, 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on base. Jays down a run. Inside changeup, didn't bite on it. Here's the payoff pitch to Lance Berkman coming up. Hit the slider, hit it over to Moore at third, throws it to first. Berkman doesn't have that kind of speed. It's 3 up and 3 down in the bottom of the first for the Jays. That's A-okay. Still plenty of ball left to be played. Top of the second. Number 5 batter leading off for New York, Troy Tulowitzki. Strike one on a two-seamer. High curve, swung through it. Nothing in two. One foul down the third baseline. Let's do a 2 now. Got him swinging. First strikeout of the game for Halladay. Halladay and Halladay are two different names. Here's Brian Roberts, first baseman. Pulled the cutter he saw right to our first baseman, Berkman. Stepped on the bag. 2 outs. Here's Yachty. Beautiful two-seamer on the bottom left corner. Nothing in 1. Swung through the curve. 1-2. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. So 3 up and 3 down in the top of the second for the Yankees. And into the bottom of the second now, the Jays are going to be up. AR-15 leading off in 4th spot. So Rios has been playing excellently. I've been very impressed with him. Same exact home runs and RBIs as Berkman. Grand slam on the season. Takes strike 1. Strike 2 on a slider. Read that changeup well. That's going to center field. First base hit of the day for the Jays. Leadoff single by AR-15. That's going to bring up Ryan Braun. 9 homers, 18 RBIs. A 5.67 batting average. Now Bach going from the stretch. Strike 1 on a curve. I have a hunch. Swung through that two-seamer. Nothing in 2. Two-seamer in the dirt. Didn't bite on it. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first, nobody away. Pitch gets away from him. Over the head of the second baseman. That's going to make it to the wall out there. A screaming line drive. Rios will get to third. Runners on the corners, nobody away. Mike Lowell, 387, 5 homers, 10 RBIs. A sac fly would do us wonders here, and we wouldn't mind a home run, would we? Low two-seamer, first pitch strike. Nothing in 1. That one got away from him and the zone. 1-1. Curve too far inside. 2-1. Low fastball. 3-1. Take it. High slider. Didn't bite on it. Payoff pitch to Mike Lowell. They know the runners are going to go. Lowell hit it over to the second baseman. The runners went, so essentially a sacrifice. Runner gets the second, yep. I made the decision I was going to hit that ball. Get the out at first, we got the run back. Game is tied at 1-1. Still a runner in scoring position. There's Braun there. Lefty Luke Scott. First pitch just a little too far inside. 1-0. Slider found the inside of the zone. 1-1. High two-seamer. 1-2. Got him looking. That was some efficient pitching there. I was going to take that one. Here's PLD. Duca only an RBI on the season. No home runs. First pitch he sees is fouled down the first baseline. Nothing in 1. Too low with that changeup. 1-1. Too high on that fastball. 2-1. Changeup inside. The zone, I should say. 2-2. Oduka hits that one softly. Castillo dove for it. Almost didn't get him, but did get there in time. So the game is tied after 2 innings. Yankees are 1 for 1. Jays are 1 for 2. Top of the third coming up. 8-9-1, part of the Yankee lineup.
Number 5, Rocco Baldelli.
Rocco Baldelli.
Right fielder.
Two-seamer went a little low. 1-0. Strike 1 on a fastball. Foul that one back. Well, Duca catches another hit like that. Second fell back to the catcher today. Scott Moore batting 105. Strike 1 on a two-seamer. Pulled that. Berkman. 2 away. It's Juan Pierre against. Second time through the lineup. Only 1 hit. Home run allowed. So down here for the 0-1. Swung at a high curve. Foul that one back. Loduca can't get that one. Here's the 0-2. just inside on that four-seam fastball. Got him swinging on a curve. That's the inning. 3 up and 3 down yet again for Roy Halladay. Heading to the bottom of the third now. And it's going to be the last batter in the Jays lineup, Curtis Granderson leading off. 5-19, 8-16. Slider just got that left side of the plate. 0-1. It's that four-seamer right at Castillo. Over to first. 1 away. Right here's Rich Aurelia. 0-1. Nice slider missed. 1-0. Low slider missed. 2-0. Another slider missed. That's 3 straight sliders out of the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. Easy take there. 3-1. Two-seamer stayed in the zone again there. Payoff pitch to Rich Aurelia. He's faced one of these already. Gives that a good whack. Get past Castillo. Single for Rich Aurelia. 1 for 2 in the game now. That's going to bring up Ray Durham 0 for 1 with the grounder. They're going to be looking for a double play here. High fastball caught enough in the zone. Strike 1. Two-seamer high in the zone. 0-2. Hits that towards the middle. I think that's exactly what they wanted. Yep. Double play. That's not what we want. It seems when Bach is pitching from the stretch, he is an efficient pitcher. He doesn't waste time between his pitches. The Jays are 1 for 3 after 3. Yankees are still 1 for 1. 2, 3, 4 of the Yankee lineup batting. Castillo fouled out and fouled behind the plate. His first time up. Low fastball. Generous call there for us. Strike 1. Makes contact with the curve. It's a soft hit ball. Halladay. Will it beat him out? It's going to be close. He's safe. Infield hit. Here's Peralta. I would consider walking him if Castillo didn't just get on. I don't want runners on first and second, no outs. The bat breaks. Get him at first. So essentially a sacrifice for Peralta. Runner in scoring position. 1 out. Here's Jim Edmonds. Fastball low. Strike 1. Strike 2 on a curve. He puts it in play. It's going to get to Berkman. Steps on the bag. Runner gets to third. It's too low. Strike 1 on fastball. Swung at a curve. Missed. Got him on 3 pitches. Runners left at third. Roy Halladay threw another inning, shutting out the Yankees. 3 straight innings of that. Yankees are 1 for 2 after that. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's the heart of the Jays lineup. Lance Berkman leading off. And this is the time we want to do some damage. Strike 1 on a changeup. High inside two-seamer missed, but 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider way outside, 2-1. Fastball missed, 3-1. That's a walk for Lance Berkman. Patience pays off, got a runner on. Here's AR-15. How many pitches is that? He's going to be into the 50s. Oh, Rios didn't get all of that. At the warning track, caught by Pierre, and that was a lucky break for the Yankees right there. That would have been crushed. Runner remains at first, 1 out. Here's Braun. Takes an inside changeup on a no. It's that, I think that was a two-seamer. Whatever it was, went foul, 1-1. Here's the high two-seamer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way inside curveball. 2-2. Laid off of it. That call should have gone our way. Barely caught any of the zone. 2 away. Here's Lowell. And Lowell, why not? I'm giving you permission. Just crank the bat. Change up. 0-1. Runner remains at first. Hit that one. A screamer. Down right field. Off the wall. Berkman's going to get over the third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. This is a prime opportunity here for Luke Scott. He's a left-hander against a right-handed pitcher. That's what we want. 50-50 call went their way. Yeah, their way. 1 ball. Excuse me. No balls, 1 strike. Read that slider well. That's going up the middle. Run is going to come in. 2-1 Jays. Runners remain on first and second. Here's Paulo Duca. Now, if he can just get himself on base here, Granderson's up next. Perfect hit by Paulo Duca. Center runner. It's going home. Won't be in time. 3-1 Jays. Time for Curtis Granderson. Took a timeout. Pitch number 6-7 coming up. Change up in the zone. 0-1. Pitch 68. Barely missed the zone, but we'll take that call for us. He's getting tired out there. Nice pitch coming up. Curveball inside the zone. 1-2. Granderson hit it hard, right at Peralta, over to first. That's the end of the inning. So Bach got out of a big jam there. But we still got 2 runs across the plate. Jays are 3 for 6. Yankees are 1 for 2. 6-7. 8 part of the lineup for the Yankees coming up. There's Brian Roberts. 4 strikeouts in the game for Doc. Strike 1 on a 2-seamer. Ooh, swung through that curve like it was air. 0-2. Just a little inside with that changeup. Just missed with that 4-seam fastball. 2-2. Got him swinging on the cutter. He was expecting a changeup. Ziadi went down swinging his first time up. Strike 1 on a fastball. Ooh, he almost drilled that sinker. Instead pops it up. Low catches it. 2 away. There's Rocco Baldelli. Popped out to Loduca last time up. Strike 1 on fastball. Ooh, high curve. Missed him up. There's the 0-2. Swung through the changeup. 3 up and 3 down yet again for Halladay, and he has taken care of business here. This is incredible performance. The Yankees remain 1 for 2 because 3 up went, 3 went up, 3 went down. Bottom of the 5th, top of the Jays lineup. They're keeping Bach in there. All right, Aurelia, just wait for it. Strike 1 on a 2-seamer, 0-1. Low slider in the dirt, 1-1. 2-seamer stayed in the zone, 1-2. Hit that one foul, a scorcher. Count remains 1-2. Hit that in play, right at Castillo, who ran it down. Over to Roberts, 1 out. Here's Durham 0 for 2. If he gets the right pitch here, he could make something happen. First pitch, it's going down the third baseline. Will it stay fair? Stayed in the park. So Durham on first, 1 away. That's going to be it for Bach. Didn't pitch long enough for the quality start. Here's Franklin, another right-hander. Berkman, 0 for 1 with a walk. A splitter went below the zone, 1-0. Change up outside, 2-0. Why not? Change up inside the zone, 2-1. So he's got pitches that break downward. Again, that one gets away from the catcher. Durham will get to second easily. 3-1, take it. It's in the zone. Payoff pitch to Lance Berkman. Runner in scoring position. 1 out. A mistake, and that was the right time to power swing. That one's going. It is gone. Finally breaking through. This is Lance Berkman with a 2-run home run. Only 1 out in the inning. Still plenty of damage we can do. 5-1 Jays. That's what I like to see. That payoff pitch, he should have just walked him. There we go, got to that first row out there. Not the craziest home run Berkman's hit, but did work just the same. We're still not in batting practice yet, only a 4-run lead. AR-15 takes the curveball for strike 1. Splitter went low, 1-1. Curveball inside, 2-1. Fastball way up there, 3-1. Let it go by. Inside the zone, so it's going to be a payoff pitch to AR-15. Hits the curveball over the head of the first baseman. Beat it up by Baldelli, but didn't matter. Rios was getting further than first anyway. Runner on first, one away. Here's Braun. Why not? We'll give him one power swing here. Okay, come on. That barely caught the zone. Change up for strike one. A high change up for strike two. Splitter way inside. 1 and 2. Hit that over to the center right gap. Ran down by Badelli. AR-15 is going to get over the third. Runners on the corners here. 1 out. Lowell was here before. Has an RBI from it. He can sacrifice here. Hard slider went outside the zone. 1 and 0. Inside with the splitter. 2 and 0. Inside splitter. Inside the zone, it is 2 and 1. Lowell, a high fastball. He makes him pay. It's going, gone. 5-run inning for the Jays. Lowell just put this into batting practice, and with Halladay's pitching, this game should be wrapped up. Now it's a matter of seeing if we can get to double digits. 8-1 Jays. They're going to take Franklin out of there for 23.1 ERA. Comes Nipper with an ERA of 36. Fair enough to give him that call. Strike one on a fastball. Luke Scott swings at that pitch, gave it a good ride. It's going, it is gone. Third home run of the inning for the Jays. Scott with a solo shot. Solo shot, Luke Scott. That's going to be 9-1 Blue Jays. 6-run rally now. Let's check that ERA. 40.5. I'm a man. I'm 40. Strike one on a high four-seamer. Does Luke Duca have a hit? Yes, he does. It's a ready matchup here. Mistake, Loduca down right field. Not caught by Badelli. He's got himself a second hit of the game. Here's Grandy, 0 for 2. It's the first pitch he sees. Caught by the third baseman, Moore. Excellent defensive play. They finally get a second out. Here's Aurelia. I believe the inning started off with him. I think it did, right? I just think, how many runs? 6, 7, 8. And then 9's on base, yep. So we went right through the lineup. 2 and 1 to Aurelia. Hit it right to Brian Roberts, over to first. That's the end of the inning. But hey, it was a fantastic inning. 8 runs in the past 2 innings alone. 9 for 13, they're 1 for 2. Last batter in the Yankees lineup, Moore leading off. 6 strikeouts for Halladay. Halladay, I have to remember to say his name properly. I'm such a big Blue Jays fan, I can't pronounce one of the best players in the franchise's name properly. Anyways, Moore grounded out to Berkman. Here's Juan Pierre now. Strike one on the 2-seamer, nothing in 1. Gave that 4-seamer a good ride. That's going for a base hit. So that's their third hit of the game. Run on first, and it's a speedster. Castillo swings at a curveball, strike one. Laid off the changeup. 1 and 1. That's going up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Just because we scored runs, we cannot let this game get away from us. Peralta, you know what he's looking for. Strike one on a 4-seamer. Swing it through a changeup. Got him on 3 pitches. That feels great for how much he's torched us. There's Jim Edmonds. Strike one on a cutter. Gave that a good ride. Scott, what a jump, what a catch. He just saved a run or 2. Excellent defensive play by Luke Scott. Yankees are 1 for 4 through 6. Halladay gets the quality start, of course. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Durham leading off. Scott has, I remember last year to end a game, he dove for it, he didn't jump for it. Scott's made some excellent defensive plays anyway. First pitch is an outside fastball. Second pitch is an inside curve. Count is 1 and 1. It's that pitch right to Moore, over to first. 1 away. Here's Berkman. 1 for 2 with that 2-run home run. Why doesn't he get himself another one? Solo shot, Lance Berkman. 4th home run of the game for the Jays. 2nd home run for Berkman today. Went almost 420 feet. It's the 7th home run on the season. 3rd RBI of the game. 10-1 Blue Jays. So there's double digits. Here's AR-15. Curve missed the zone, 1-0. Hit that curve well, right to Castillo, 2 away. Here's Braun, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Fastball inside the zone, 0-1. Hit that fastball that was inside. Edmonds catches in center field. So Berkman got a solo shot. We haven't been shut out since the 3rd inning. Heading to the top of the 7th. 5-6-7. 6-7. Part of the Yankee lineup. Here's too low. Beautiful 50-50 call went our way on that 2-seamer. 0-1. It's that curve well. Aurelia over to first. 1 away. Here's Roberts over 2 with the strikeout. Strike 1 on a 2-seamer. Stayed inside with that 4-seam fastball. Here's the 0-2 now. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Here's Yadi. Fouled that fastball back. 0-1. Swung through the curve. 0-2. Got a piece of the changeup. It's a high bouncer. Lowell gets it, takes a stride, at it first. 3 up and 3 down yet again for Roy Halladay. It's the 7th inning stretch. We got here kind of quickly. Let's have some good luck water. Yeah, 2 almost empty bottles. I might as well both of them. Could leave that there. So, what else to say from Roy Halladay's performance? Scott came excellent with that catch in the 6th. Our offense is doing the work because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game at the Rogers Center, home of your undefeated world champion Toronto Blue Jays. And the dome's open, but no wind for some reason. Going to be a pitching change here. Nippert becomes Muller. 10.8 ERA. Mike Lowell leading off. First pitch he sees. What a jump by Castillo. Goodness gracious. Holy moly, that was like a reflex. How fast that got there? That was an incredible defensive play. For Scott, looking for a cycle, needs the double and the triple. First pitch he sees. Caught by Peralta, so 2 jumps for the outs here. So Loduca, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Mistake, Loduca cranks that. That's going to right field. Past the glove of Badelli. But it's going to go down as just another single for Loduca. Here's Grandy, 0 for 3. Did I say 0 for 3? He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon? No, I didn't. That one gets over the fence, so finally got a hit in this game. It was looking to be a 3 up and 3 down inning, but Loduca did that mistake. Granderson got the home run. 12-1 for the York Toronto Blue Jays. 5th trip through the lineup now. Here's Rich Aurelia. Takes a high change up, ball 1. A low pitch, grounded over to first. Castillo stepped on the bag. That's the end of the inning. So, still we have not been shut out since the 3rd inning. Heading to the top of the 8th. 8-9-1 part of the lineup for the Yankees. Here's Badelli. Swung through that fastball, 0-1. Hit off the end of the bat. Lowell takes a stride, gets him in plenty of time. Went out in the inning. Here's Moore, batting .095 now. And I mean, in a game like this, I'm sure the manager just told him just go out there and have fun. Speaking of fun, fouled that way back behind the ball out there. 0-2. He turned that into a hit. Are you kidding me? He turns a very low changeup into a base hit. He's thinking about 2. He's going to think wiser of that. 5th hit of the day for the Yankees. So 4th trip through the lineup. Here's Juan Pierre. Strike 1. At least we have more slowing him down. He can't get past him. That's going to go fair. Took a favorable bounce. Okay, runners on the corners with 1 out here. We're looking double play. This is the guy to get it on. Let's take a look. Doc's at 74 pitches. Let's take a look at some previous at-bats. So, foul territory. I think we pitch around him to start off. If we have to pitch back, that was a generous call. We'll take it. If we have to go attack him in the zone, we will. Strike 2 on that. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Huge. 2 away. Peralta, who's up after him? Jim Edmonds. Playtime, I don't know what the hell 177 means there. Well, let's see what we try here. Strike 1, beautiful cutter. Nothing in 1. Curve in the dirt. Don't be afraid of pitching outside the zone. Got him swinging on that changeup. That's the pitch he drew. Fouled off his foot. He's barely staying alive. Got him swinging. Excellent pitching by Roy Halladay in the 8th inning. I was prepared to walk him and load the bases to get to Edmonds, but the Yankees are 1 for 6 through 8. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Here's Ray Durham leading off. 1 for 4 with a single. Strike 1 on the lower left corner. Nothing in 1. Hit the second pitch there. Peralta over to first. 1 away. Here's Berkman. Let's see if he can get a hat trick here. 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Just caught that lower left corner with the cutter. Strike 1. Other corner cutter. Nothing in 2. Oh, hit that off the plate. The fat part of the bat barely went anywhere. Yadi catches it. 2 away. Air 15. 2 for 4. Takes a changeup. Strike 1. Both sides have been getting a lot of calls favor the pitcher's way. Oh, he smoked that pitch. That's going to center. Center it is not going any further. Caught by Edmonds. And they finally shut us out in an inning again. We scored a run in 5 of the 8 innings we batted in. Top of the 9th, 3 outs away. 4, 5, 6, part of the lineup. 10 strikeouts for Doc in the game. Strike 1 on a 4-seamer. Nothing 1. Strike 2 on a cutter. It's that hard to the shortstop, Aurelia. Over to first. 1 away. We're going for the complete game. Too low, 0 for 3. 2 times he went down swinging. I don't know if any other guys have gone down looking. Nothing in 1. Ooh, way too early on that changeup. 1-2. Got him swinging through the fastball. 11 strikeouts for Halladay. Come on now. Roberts 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts of his own. Strike 1 on a fastball. Swinging through the cutter. This one could decide it. That's the ball game. 12 strikeouts for Roy Halladay. What a performance. Your final score, New York Yankees 1, Toronto Blue Jays 12. And what a performance by Roy Halladay. Incredible. What's for that solo shot to be a shutout? That is, with that kind of pitching, this team cannot lose. Bottom of the 2nd, they're not even going to show Peralta's highlight. That was the first RBI to tie it up by Mike Lowell. This player of the game is absolutely Doc. Without a question. 12 strikeouts. Bottom of the 4th, I believe that was Scott, I think, yeah. And Scott, I mean, he deserves his props for that catch in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 5th, that was the 2-run shot. And that one, yep, that started the 6-run rally. Top of the 9th, final out. Got him, yeah. Look at those eyes. Complete game with no walks, Roy Halladay. And Luke Scott, oh, they both got the props, and he absolutely deserved it for that catch. Incredible. knocked in win a run with it in the bottom of the 4th inning. And it was, yeah, didn't even consider that. We finished 12 for 16, Yankees 1 for 6. So we're going to have to take a look at the RBIs here, because I'm curious to see who got the most. So Halladay 2-0 on the season. Bach 1-1. Ooh, Berkman 6-7. Lowell had his 6th. Scott had his 3rd. Grandy had his 9th. Peralta had his 3rd. Even Granderson, like, he only went 1 for 4, but that home run, he has been absolutely incredible too. We'll say on the season, right? He's leading the team. But he's tied with Berman. So anyways, RBIs I want to see. So hits, everybody got at least 1 hit. Home runs, yeah, Berkman 2. Let's see. So Lowell and Berkman had the game 1 on their own. It honestly did not feel like Lowell had 4 RBIs. I guess so already. Berkman came across the plate 3 times, of course. Just twice. Everyone at some point came across home except Aurelia. Halladay 91 pitches, a dozen strikeouts. I think that might be the most we've seen. ERA 2.5. Look at that. Yeah, 32 in that bottom right corner for 32. Number 32, I should say. Plenty of balls hit. So ground balls. Seem a bit more often at second base. What can you do? When you win by 11 runs, I don't think you can complain. Halladay's top speed goes up. Apparently, scoring's not very impressive. Only 346 points there. Let's take a look around the league. Rockies scores field high scoring game. Diamondbacks 12-2 against the Marlins. Orioles 11-1 against the Tigers. 5-10 for the Cardinals against the Cubs. It's not crazy. That's only 5 run different. Brewers get shut out by the Pirates. Rays demolish the Red Sox and just walk it off in extra innings 2-1. Alrighty, well that was the ball game. That was an excellent day for baseball there. Hey, the regular season in real life's in full swing. This is going to be in full swing too, as often as I can. Incredible game by Roy Halladay, and another Roy is going to be taking the mound next time out to finish the series against the Yankees. Going to go 4-0 against them as well at home. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video for the final game of this 4-game series against the New York Yankees.